What's up, guys? It's been a really long time since I made a video. I don't really plan on making them regularly again. I kind of just wanted to do a quick little CD update. But yeah, it's been a really long time since I made my last video. I've been doing a lot of shit, vaping a lot, doing a lot of drugs, working at Macaroni Grill as a server currently, trying to save up money to go back to college next year. And I kind of just felt like making a little video today, kind of showing a bunch of stuff that I've bought and a bunch of stuff that I just got from my mom, just because I kind of felt like it, and I don't really have anything going on right now, and I kind of felt like talking about a little bit of music. Most of this is not metal, a lot of it's hip-hop, and the vast majority of it is sort of rock, folk stuff that I got from my mom, stuff from my childhood. So if you're interested in seeing that, then by all means stick around, and if not, go ahead and just click away. But yeah, to those few people who stayed subscribed to me, I don't know why you did, but I do appreciate it, and if you're watching this, you're awesome. So let's get started. After that slight delay, we have Wu-Tang Clan with the RZA hits. This is kind of just a basic like best of compilation. There's a few classic songs on here, some really vintage Wu-Tang tracks like Brooklyn, Bring the Pain, Protect Your Neck, Shimmy Shimmy Ya, all the really well-known Wu-Tang songs. I just got it as kind of a place to get into Wu-Tang because I always heard about him but never really listened to him. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I'm going to try to kind of fly through these because I actually have a lot. This is the new Metallica album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. It's okay. That's literally all I have to say about it. It is okay. This is King Ghidorah, Take Me to Your Leader. For those of you who aren't familiar with this was released in 2003. It's one of the earlier recordings from Mr. MF Doom. It's produced by King Ghidorah. It's actually kind of, I think, another name of MF Doom. And there's tons of features. There's some songs that don't even have Doom on them at all, but most of them do. And it's one of the best hip-hop albums of all time, in my opinion. Check out Fast Lane, Next Levels, No Snakes Alive, Take Me to Your Leader, Phasers. Really amazing hip-hop album. If you love old school, lyrical, New York type, if you're into that kind of hip-hop, then listen to King Ghidorah, Take Me to Your Leader for sure. Some more hip-hop. We got J Dilla with The Diary of J Dilla, the instrumentals. This actually came with a really cool sticker of J Dilla that I put on my old car. But yeah, if you don't know J Dilla, of course, rest in peace, one of the greatest producers of all time. And this was actually the instrumentals from his vocal album, so the hip-hop rap album that he released with him as an MC right before he died. And I love these instrumentals, man. I got The Shining Part 1, Diamonds, is actually an instrumental that I've rapped over on my SoundCloud. The song's called Dilla Worship. And yeah, man, I love this. I love this thing. Just bump it in the car, instrumentals, freestyle. It's super cool, man. I love J Dilla, and I love this instrumental CD. Next up is Kanye West's Yeezus. I'm slowly building up my Kanye collection. I think I have 4 of his albums, and I think he has like, including just his full lengths, I think he has like 7 or 8 albums. But yeah, this is Yeezus. It's a very controversial album. A lot of people really didn't like the big change in sound towards sort of like an industrial, grimy, almost like drill inspired. Some people even called it punk rap, which I think is really fucking stupid. It's not like punk rap. But it is Kanye West's Yeezus. It's an amazing album. I personally love it. I love Blood on the Leaves. I love that one song with Chief Keef on it. And New Slaves, Black Skinhead. You probably all know this album. It's really famous. But yeah, man, Kanye West's Yeezus. Check that out if you haven't. And the infamous simplistic packaging with the track listing and all the samples on the back and no booklet. Thanks, Kanye, for that. Some more Wu-Tang affiliated stuff. This is Ghostface Killah with 12 Reasons to Die, the brown tape. Murderous ass, lyrical styled boom bap New York hip hop. This one came out in 2013. Awesome tape. Rise of the Black Suits, Declare War, Blood on the Cobblestones, An Unexpected Call. It's a really solid album, and if you're looking for some bars and you can't find them, Ghostface Killah, 12 Reasons to Die. And we have another MF Doom. This is Mad Villain with the album Mad Villainy. One of the most famous, respected hip-hop collaborations of all time. MF Doom and Madlib as Mad Villain together. And Just a fantastic album. I've spun this so many fucking times. Meat Grinder, Figaro, All Caps, Rhinestone Cowboy, Accordion, America's Most Blunted. It's awesome. This is an amazing album. I'm assuming you've probably heard it, but if you don't like hip hop or something, and you haven't really been listening to a ton of hip hop, and you're really into metal like I have been, then I would definitely check out Mad Villainy. It's a fantastic album. It's just amazing. And this is one of the only true, like, actual metal albums that I'm going to show. I know I showed the Metallica album earlier, but this is a really cool album, actually. This is called Worm Ouroboros with What Graceless Dawn. And this is sort of, like, really ambient, doomy, soundscapey, almost like chamber music inspired, kind of like ambient metal. Really, really soothing, calming, really nice, beautiful, clean vocals. It's a great album to put on and just kind of, you know, relax. It has this sort of ominous vibe, a lot of really, really beautiful soundscapes and stuff. So yeah, if you're looking for something kind of along those lines in the metal territory, maybe even more bordering on like the post-rock kind of end of things a little bit, I would check out Worm Ouroboros, What Graceless Dawn. Comes in a nice little digipack, and there we go. This is the one that is probably going to get me killed by all the people that are still subscribed to this channel who want to only hear about black metal. But this is Lil Yachty with Lil Boat. I love this album. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This is one of my favorite hip-hop albums. One of the greatest debuts from any modern hip-hop artist ever. Lil Yachty's Lil Boat just has this happy-go-lucky, uplifting vibe. People call it bubblegum trap, and I think that's super accurate to describe Yachty's sound. It's like this super blissful, serene, surreal sort of trap hip-hop sound. And even though Yachty has some lyrical shortcomings on this album, I still think it's great. Minnesota, Wanna Be Us, Good Day, Never Switch Up, I'm Sorry, Out Late. It's a great album, man. If you are open to music, listen to Lil Yachty's Lil Boat. And these are the ones I'm going to kind of fly through. All of the next grouping of CDs are CDs that I literally just got from my mom. She's kind of been cleaning out her CD collection lately and just kind of moving everything digitally. And I was like, fuck that. I want to grab some of your CDs so I can hang on to them and keep them in my collection instead. So let's go ahead and get started with those. This is Aretha Franklin with The Delta Meets Detroit, Aretha's Blues. It's an Aretha Franklin blues album. Really, 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 really good. If you fuck with Aretha Franklin, this album is a big road trip staple for my family when I was very young. And she has a great voice. The instrumentals sound amazing on this thing. She was really young when she recorded all these. So yeah, if you're into soul, blues, The Delta Meets Detroit. And we have 3 Joni Mitchell albums. Joni Mitchell Blue. You guys are probably like, what the fuck are you doing showing Joni Mitchell albums? I love Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell has an amazing voice. She's an amazing songwriter. And it was one of the first things that my mom used to play on the stereo all the time for me when I was little. So, Blue by Joni Mitchell. This is Joni Mitchell, Song to a Seagull. It's also a very, very good album. This is Asylum. This is the one that I probably listened to the most when I was young. Free Man in Paris, Just Like This Train, Trouble Child. I love Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell's great, man. And if you don't agree with me, you're entitled to your own opinion. So the next 3 albums are all from one band. This is Cake with Pressure Chief. Cake is kind of like an alternative. Some people call them college rock. Like they're like an alternative rock band. They use a lot of trumpet. They have a really, really unique sound for just like a straight up like alt rock bands. And you might know them from their really famous cover of I Will Survive. But yeah, this is Pressure Chief. Not one of their best albums, honestly. On to what is their best album, Fashion Nugget. And if you're looking for something really weird, some cool, you know, really catchy, really rhythmic and melodic alternative rock with really dry, deadpan sort of lyrics and vocals, And definitely listen to Cake, Fashion Nugget. I used to listen to this in the car every day when my mom was driving me to school when I was a lot younger. Whenever I wasn't trying to bump whatever fucking, you know, Satanic War Master, Zasther, or whatever the fuck I wanted to listen to, my mom would always play this. And there's some great songs on here. Race Car, Yayas, Daria, Frank Sinatra, Italian Leather Sofa is probably my favorite, is Italian Leather Sofa. The song Nugget. Fantastic album. Fantastic shit. It's another one I listened to a lot when I was young. This was Comfort Eagle. The self-titled song is really good. It has this really ominous kind of vibe to it. But, I don't know. Cake's one of those bands that's really hard to describe unless you just go listen to them. So, yeah. And also check out the first track on this album called Opera Singer. Amazing song. It's a classic album. More hip-hop. This is Beastie Boys' License to Ill. Probably the album out of all of these ones that I got from my mom that has been played the most. I remember road tripping from here in Denver, Colorado, out to Eastham in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, driving all the way out there and just playing this album on repeat. Great road trip CD. And the Beastie Boys, in my opinion, are kind of a little bit underrated almost. I feel like they got, you know, a lot of press for being white rappers, like, you know, one of the first white rap groups. But just completely distancing themselves from that, I just think they had some awesome rhymes, some awesome instrumentals on here. And, yeah, License to Ill, classic album. Classic. And this next bunch of CDs are all from the same artist, and I'm just going to blow through them really fast. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Bob Dylan, The Times They Are A-Changin'. Another Side of Bob Dylan. This is one of my favorite ones on here. All I Really Want to Do, Spanish Harlem, Ramona, great album. The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, another one I listened to a lot when I was a lot younger. And one of Bob Dylan's newer works, not super new, but semi-new. John Wesley Harding. This was like one of the first albums where he sort of went like electric a little bit. I think this was one of the ones. I could be wrong. But my mom loves Bob Dylan, one of her personal favorite artists, and one of mine too, just from my childhood. I think that Bob Dylan is absolutely incredible. I think he has an incredible voice. He's one of the best lyricists in folk music. And even though now he's basically just a crippled old mummy trying to still play live shows, I still think Bob Dylan did some amazing work. So Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding. Cool. So that's basically all the CDs that I've picked up. A lot of them I just got from my mom. I'm sure I'm forgetting about a few other albums that I have in here, but I just have a fuck ton of CDs, and they're all kind of out of order. Excuse me. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, I probably won't be uploading another video in a very long time. But, yeah.